MLS Next Pro weekend begins here on this Saturday night at Belson Stadium in Queens, New York City. It's NYCFC 2 taking on Columbus Crew 2. Jack Edwards here with you in the broadcast booth. Happy to have you with us for this meeting between these two sides. In the Eastern Conference, close together in the standings, 15 points so far for New York, 20 for Columbus in this one. Federico Higuain sends out a 5-2-3 formation in this one. A lot of consistent faces as they try and build off the heels of a 2-2 draw against Toronto. They lost a shootout afterwards after a late equalizer by Kevin Bombley, but Bombley, Adams, and Zenge in that front three have combined to big effect so far this season. 6 goals for Adams, 7 for Zenge, and Bombley with 4 goals and 4 assists, picking up that 4th late in that match against Toronto at home in their last appearance. So that's the formation that we'll see here in this one for Columbus Crew 2. In this one, taking on New York City, a matchup that happened earlier on this year. It finished scoreless between these two sides. Both coaches, a lot to draw from. Talking to them this week, and here is the lineup for Matt Pilkington here in this one. Some small tweaks for them, notably in net. It's going to be Brennan Klein making a first appearance of 2026, made 4 appearances in 2025, the 24-year-old did, out of Boston College, his collegiate career from 2021 to 2024. Joe Suhetsky, a number of former collegiate guys coming into their first year here in the pro ranks in MLS Next Pro. Suhetsky scored in a 2-0 win last time out for New York City FC 2. So back-to-back wins for New York in a good vein of form right now are New York City.
And now,
NYCFC 2 and Columbus Crew 2 just moments away from kicking off. 4 wins, 4 defeats, 2 draws so far this year for NYCFC. 5 wins, 4 defeats, 3 draws for Columbus on the totality of this season. New York City has had an interesting goal-scoring vein of form this year. 10 different goal scorers, but no one with more than 2 goals. Sebastiano Musu, who leads the line, is one of those guys who has 2 goals. They would love him to kick on into some form he found in 2025 when he had 6 goals and 7 assists in 20 appearances in MLS Next Pro. Meanwhile, mentioned with Columbus, just that potency of the front three, with Chase Adams, who is just an incredibly formidable goal scorer in that center forward position. Zach Zenge, his first year out of Georgetown, has goals in 5 out of his last 6 appearances. And Kevin Bombley, who we mentioned, off the heels of a really good 2025 when he was coming in on loan from the Ivory Coast, had 6 goals and 3 assists last year, 4 goals and 4 assists this year. So beyond those 3, nobody has double-digit goal or more than 1 goal for Columbus. So they've seen a concentration of goals in these 3 guys, while New York City have seen a wide variety of options get in the goal-scoring ranks. Big change, of course, for New York City FC 2. Is Brennan Klein coming in net? They'll want to try and make things consistent for him. No Mac Learned, who had appeared in 9 of the matches so far this year, 9 of the 10 for NYCFC. Luke Pruder, meanwhile, it's the steady hand in net Of their 12 matches this year, Pruder has started 10 of them, trying to get close to that tally that he had in 2025. Had 13 appearances at MLS Next Pro, spent a chunk of it on loan with Indy 11 in the USL Championship in his first year as a pro, coming out of UC Irvine.
It's go time! New York City, llegó la hora.
We'll see Columbus donning their black and yellow. Meanwhile, it'll be home whites for NYCFC 2. They'll go from left to right here at Belson Stadium in our first 45 minutes of play. Again, it was scoreless when these teams met back earlier on in the season. Quite some things have changed since then. A 2-0 win, a shutout for New York City FC 2 in their last appearance. It was their first shutout since that match against Columbus all the way back at the beginning of the campaign. You imagine both teams would be content to try and get back to that defensive solidity they found earlier on in the campaign. Back-to-back draws for Columbus, back-to-back wins for New York City. After a Hudson River Derby win over Red Bull New York 2, it was a win against FC Cincinnati 2, but these are two teams who are real close to one another. The Eastern Conference is a clump of teams, all really within touching distance of one another. So while NYCFC 2 entered the weekend in 12th spot and Columbus Crew in 4th, there was only 5 points to separate them. So points at home for New York City. A victory or even a shootout win could see them claw that distance down towards the top of the East, depending on where the points land tonight. We have our first whistle. We are up and running. Nicholas Rincon will get the action started, getting it back to Pruder, who can launch it upfield to start the contest. Jack Edwards here with you in the broadcast booth. Appreciate you joining us here at Belson Stadium. NYCFC 2 taking on Columbus Crew 2. A smaller weekend of action in MLS Next Pro, right off the heels of the first half of the MLS season wrapping up last weekend. Had a pair of games last night. 2 more still to come tomorrow along a 5-match slate here on this Saturday evening. Columbus early possession, trying to work up that right-hand side of the attack. Imagine the setting sun might play a bit of an impact as the evening progresses. Saw just a moment ago Chris Rogers almost having to shield his eyes on receiving this one in this left center back position. He plays in the left of the back three for Columbus. The pass there by Brown, a little under hit for Adams, but it makes its way back to the left wing back, Tristan Brown, 9th start of the season. Bounced between the first team and the second team in 2025, made 6 appearances in Major League Soccer, had 8 appearances in Next Pro, 2 goals, 3 assists in that time. Through the Next Pro ranks, he receives it here on the left-hand side, slides it forward. Hazenge looks to cut it centrally, but it bounces into the hands of Brennan Klein. Campos trying to slide it along the channel, unable to do so. Brown. Here's Rogers. Adams, a first-time flick, looking to get that one to Zenge. Can't quite get it there. It's cleared up field. Out wide, Quinton Elliott can flare a pass over the top. It's a good one for Bombley. Right at that end line, Bombley trying to keep it in play, looking for a central pass. It's cut off, and no nonsense, the clearance there from Molinari. Out for the match's first corner, but Columbus, a real foray up the field on that right-hand side. Good ball over the top. Bombley able to retrieve. In the end, it was just about enough done defensively from a New York City standpoint. Columbus goes short. Whipped in towards the near post. That one trying to break through. There were appeals for a handball. Bombley trying the spectacular effort, bringing that one down himself. His shot sprays wide. Klein goes long up the field. Elliott's header. Rogers duels for it. And in doing so, draws a free kick. Suhetsky bumping into him. It's a good ball over the top. They've had a few of these early on. And it's one for Zenge to chase. Zenge rounds one at the end line, fires it centrally. It's blocked out of play. Another corner here for Columbus. Early pressure 5 minutes in on the road. Unable to get a good contact upfield on that. It slices out of play and out for another corner. Columbus here in the 6th minute. Early pressure from them. Positive early signs. It'll be another in-swinger. They'll try this one. First one short. Last two whipped into the box. This one dropped in the header, pushes it away. Edge of the 18. Rincon gets ahead to it. Slid backwards there by Prestis. Slid forward by Karumanchi. Here's Zenge onto his right foot. Trying to play one into the box. It's blocked away. Bouncing through. Both teams want the throw, and the referee finally points the direction of NYCFC. El Haji Sam will leave that one for his right back, Campos, to take. Adonis Campos is right back on the near side, an El Salvador U17 international. That one last off Sam. Driven upfield looking for Chase Adams. These direct passes have worked so far. Karumanchi. Now Elliott. Looks to shift the point of attack, and here's Tristan Brown. Runners ahead of him. Bounces off his foot, but immediately wins it back. Rincon slides it wide as referee plays advantage. Prestis at the end line. Trying to stand up across, not quite able to. Really good counter pressing by Columbus we've seen in these first 7 minutes. Made life difficult for NYCFC 2, building out from the back. Chase Adams leading that effort from the front. Just about keeping it in play. Along the far touchline, quick throw in, tossed in. Adams brings it down, looks for a central option, bounces back to him. Klein able to take over. Adams first time wide. Bombley trying to get there to the end line. There's a coming together. Referee keen to let play continue, and it bounces off NYCFC 2. Last they were appealing that may have been off Bombley, but we've seen a lot of action on this left-hand side of the field early on. That allows a chance for Nicholas Rincon to take another corner kick. Four to aim for inside the box. This one whipped in towards the back post, finds a head. Elliott nods it centrally, cleared away, and we'll do it again from this left-hand side, racking up the corner count in the first few minutes here. Zenge. In-swinger to the back post, pushed away. First time from Presses through the crowd. It misses just wide. And a deflection helping push it off frame in the end. Columbus just raining the pressure down on NYCFC in the opening minutes. Here's Brown. Trying to shift it out wide. Unable to do so. Karumanchi, the target of this pass. Cleared out of play, last off Columbus, but again, this press suffocating. 10 minutes in, still scoreless, but Columbus by far the more threatening of the two teams here in the opening minutes. Sohatsky trying to flick one along, doesn't quite come off. Brown pressing Campos. Pass into the midfield there, got to Flax. Maybe a chance now in transition. NYCFC trying to get numbers, sprinting forward. Rolled over the top. And at the end line, driven across. Pruder gets a foot to it. Knotted out of play. It's going to be the first corner now for the home side. After 10 minutes of dominance from Columbus, NYCFC will be pleased that they were able to generate something dangerous in transition. Maybe just running out of room was Drew Kerr. Not able to play maybe the pass he wanted to, but did draw action out of Luke Pruder. Outswinger. This one bounces up. What a save. Pruder claws one out. Still here for NYCFC. Lifted to the edge of the 18. Sam plays one low. And edge of the box now is Musu taking off his foot. Clean challenge. No, referee says it was a foul. Columbus were in transition. Rincon says, this is what I won the ball. But a freak for NYCFC, as we've seen this match swinging momentum drastically. Luke Pruder drawn into action to stop Cameron Acito's header towards that top left corner. Another look at the foul call here as it broke to Musu. It's a tough one there. Rincon got the ball, but going through the back of his opponent in between his legs. So arguments both ways. You could see it going both ways. And in this instance, goes in favor of the home side. Allows Drew Kerr and Cooper Flax to stand over it. Flax to deliver. Header pushes it away. NYCFC looking for one up the left-hand side. Just running out of space. Columbus, the press, paying off here. Adams wins it high up the field, but tracking back and just able to sweep things up, out for a corner. Playing with fire a little bit. In-swinger towards the back post, climbing up, getting ahead to it, but off target there. Chris Rogers able to get something on it, but not enough to challenge Brennan Klein. Good challenge, tracking back to stop that attack for NYCFC. Rincon to the side, Rogers the same. Holds off Sam and can slide it to Brown. Rincon, his attempted pass is blocked there, bounces back to him. Looking for Rogers, couldn't quite get it to him. Adams on the press, good touch there. Musu drives a pass along the left-hand side there, appealing for a handball, won't get it here. Kerr lifts a good ball in. Suhetsky trying to get onto it. Musu the same, and it's a penalty. Sebastiano Musu just got a chest on the ball. A high boot catches him, and a penalty is the big decision made 15 minutes in. Let's see it again. Lifted along for Suhetsky. It bounces up here. Musu gets contact onto it. It's Quinton Elliott who is whistled for the foul. We saw Columbus enjoy the better of things in the first 10 minutes, but then it's been a nice response from NYCFC. This is the culmination of it. A chance from the penalty spot potentially. Looks to be Joe Suhetsky. No. Maybe Cooper Flax, who has this one. Luke Pruder will try and offer some mind games, maybe throw off his opponent a little bit here. But Cooper Flax, one goal so far to his name in his professional career. A chance to double that tally and open the scoring here at home. Flax catches the post and gets it in. NYCFC take advantage of the penalty, and Cooper Flax, his second goal of the year. It's NYCFC 1, Columbus 0, in what has been a back and forth first half so far. Flax a slight stutter. Sebastiano Musu was halfway into the penalty area by the time that one was taken. He was one of the first there to celebrate with Flax. 2 goals now in the season for Cooper Flax. Mentioned it earlier on in the broadcast. Just the interesting quirk of the goal-scoring trends for NYCFC. 10 different players have scored a goal so far this year, but none more than 2. And Flax now joins Musu and El Hadji Sam in terms of having 2 goals this season. So we'll see how they can continue to develop in that sense. Something that Matt Pilkington talked about this week. Speaking to him, just kind of what's been some of the interesting challenges for the team is developing that consistent goal scorer, maybe in one individual. So he appreciates getting goals from a variety of angles. But no one has been that definitive goal scorer so far in 2026 for NYCFC 2. To talk about getting goals from set pieces, last match, Cheku Niang scored just an outrageous own goal, so they won't take much credit for that one. It was almost by himself and accidentally nods it into his own net for Cincinnati. Then later on, Joe Suhetski was able to claw one over the line, took some deflections in the box, but Suhetski got the loose ball, scored his first pro goal. He was glad that they were able to turn some of their set-piece chances into goals in that match, getting goals from different ways. This one, a goal from the penalty spot, separates things early on here. Adams brings it under his spell and slides it along. Karumachi, now Elliott. Karumachi making this underlapping run. Adams. Karumachi receives, turns, slides it along. First touch there. Bombley almost taking him into some space. Pushed away. Important intervention. Here's Adams. One back by NYCFC and a foul in transition there. No, clean one, says the referee. Thought for a moment that that was going to be a whistle going in favor of the home side. Slid along to the far side of the field. Now Columbus, what can they do here? A lot of danger there for NYCFC, holding off the challenge. In the midfield, now it's NYCFC numbers streaming forward. Suhetski slides it to the left. On the edge of the 18, big time block. Able to deal with it there. Zenge trying to win the loose ball, unable to do so. Flax wants it. He's got it from distance. Gets under it a bit. Off target. A goal kick here for Columbus. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. John's University, the official undergraduate partner of New York City FC 2. 22 minutes in, a Cooper Flax penalty separates things for the home side. Chances, though, for Columbus, who had a really good start to the match. That moment proving decisive so far. Pruder going long on the goal kick. Looking for Adams. That one almost bouncing into his path. The header back to Klein. That would have been textbook Route 1 if Columbus were able to get Chase Adams in there. He's able to score in a variety of ways, Chase Adams is. Very accomplished at this MLS Next Pro level. Also a really good U.S. Youth International forward. Has 6 goals so far this year. Got his first team goal in the U.S. Open Cup against Knoxville. Columbus, of course, still in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. They'll play against Orlando City in September in the semifinals. Advancing over New York City FC in a 1-0 home victory in the penultimate match before the World Cup break that we are now embarking upon. Brown, the pass forward, unable to pull it off. Zenge looks to the right-hand side. It's Prestis. This one driven on frame. Klein behind it all the way. Zenge. His pass a little behind Brown. He's able to retrieve, though, and play it back for Rogers. Here's Brown. Rolled back for Rogers in the back line. Karumanchi. Rincon trying to play it to this near side. Good endeavor there by Brown to ensure he keeps that in play. Looks for Bombley. That one just too much for Kevin Bombley. There will be no push there for Musu, but it will be a throw for NYCFC too, so relatively the same verdict doled out, even if they feel a little frustrated there was no foul for what Musu says was a push. Bombley invites Prestes to run forward, but a little underhit on the pass. Karumanchi picks up the loose ball. Pruder will restart the attack from his own net for Columbus. Brown. Second start of the year for Tarun Karumanchi, first year pro coming out of UCLA. Just 3 appearances for the midfielder. 68 appearances for the Bruins. Partnered alongside Nicolas Rincon in that Columbus midfield. Seen Adams drop off that front line a number of times early on in this one. Pass there doesn't quite work out like Columbus wanted it to. Suhetski. Here's Molinari. Alhaji Sam has an overlapping option and can carry it centrally outside of the boot edge of the box. They want a handball in the area. Musu doesn't get behind it fully, and it's stopped by Pruder. Pruder will go long to restart things here. Adams, what a touchdown to move this one upfield. Bombley, low strike, stopped by Klein. Great center forward play by Chase Adams to bring that out of the sky. bring a teammate in. And Kevin Bombley, another shot on target here for Columbus. Nearing the half-hour mark, they've had a few chances. None as good, of course, as the penalty for NYCFC. They're going to try and add to that right now with Suhetski carrying up this right-hand side. Looks to shift the point of attack. Kerr rolls it back. Just losing it there and cleared away by Columbus, but that was a good ball by Suhetski. Able to shift it from right to left. Throw for Columbus. This portion of the match is brought to you by Adidas, the official kit supplier for New York City FC 2. The 30th minute. Cooper Flax has the goal from the penalty spot. Cleared out of the field. A bump in the back. Going in too strong there. It's Karumanchi, so it's a free kick right around halfway. Out of play for a Columbus throw, unable to move the ball up the left-hand side of the pitch. Here's a throw for NYCFC, taken quickly, looking for one over the top for Sam. Sam at the end line, cuts it back. Musu taps it in. Brilliant work. A quickly taken throw by NYCFC 2. El Hadji Sam squares it centrally, and Sebastiano Musu is there to clean it up. 2-0 on the day for New York City FC 2. 3 on the year for Sebastiano Musu. The home side doubling their edge with a really well-worked move. Just that quick throw. Sam gets to the end line and just able to fire it along centrally. Wanted offside, can't be off on a throw. And that was the right winger, El Hadji Sam, going from right to left to get to the end line, play it centrally. And all of a sudden, Columbus find themselves 2-0 down on the road here. Suhetski wants a foul for a tug of his jersey, won't get it here. Zengay. Adams lays it back. Brown can't quite get a foot to it. In the midfield, challenges being thrown in left and right. Now it's a good ball over the top. Bombley will chase it down here. Just good defensive work. Not quite able to do enough to stop the corner kick. We have seen challenges thrown in all over the field so far in this one. Player down will slow the corner for a moment, but Columbus ready for this in-swinger from the far side of the pitch. Bounces all the way through. And we've got a goal kick now for NYCFC 2. This portion of the match is brought to you by Etihad Airways, the official airline partner of New York City FC 2. El Hadji Sam with the assist on that goal for Musu. That means now in 5 appearances, just 3 starts, it's 2 goals, 2 assists for the 16-year-old forward. Good early numbers in MLS Next Pro. Got his first professional goal against CT United in April. Scored in that Hudson River Derby 3-2 win on the road. This one brought down, slid along this forward line for Columbus. Zenge has Brown wide of him. Here's Tristan Brown. Not quite able to get past his opponent, and it bounces out. Throw for Columbus, still in the attack. Looking for Adams here. 2 for New York City FC, 2 descend upon him. Help win it back. Kerr out wide. Here's Kieran Smith. This win, as it stands, would take NYCFC to only up into 10th place, but it would put them 2 points off of 4th, which just shows you how congested things are in the Eastern Conference and MLS Next Pro right now. Crown Legacy, a bit of a foothold in first. They've got 27 points so far this season. Certainly one of the best sides, if not the best side in the league in the early days of 2026. Red Bull New York 2 currently locking horns with Carolina Core. It's a 1-1 draw in Carolina. That would see 15th place in the Eastern Conference and take a point off of the current 2nd place team, Red Bull New York, who wouldn't be able to work their way back on Crown Legacy in that first spot as a foul goes the way of Columbus. Columbus set up this free kick. I mentioned Crown Legacy out west. Houston Dynamo Dos would make an argument. Best side in the league. 9 wins, 2 draws, unbeaten through 11 so far. Making St. Louis City 2 work to try and catch up on them. St. Louis City 2, a 2-0 win in the first game on this Saturday. Columbus going short with this free kick. They work it to Tristan Brown now. And a free kick, almost an identical spot. This one taken quickly. Still, numbers committed forward. The cross too strong. Bounces all the way through. This one, in the end, was going to bounce out for what looked like a throw, but a late touch changes that. It's a goal kick, NYCFC 2. We'll see Huntsville and CT United play another Eastern Conference showdown in MLS Next Pro here this evening. Then Ventura County, Vancouver Whitecaps 2 will round out this Saturday night. OneFootball, MLSNextPro.com, of course, the home for all these matches all throughout 2026. And then 2 more games still to come tomorrow. Karumanchi tried to turn, sticks with it, slides it along. Bombley, it's cleared away. And the home side wanted a whistle somewhere in there. They don't get one. It's going to be another corner. 8th corner of the game already for Columbus. They haven't engineered a great chance from one yet. Can they change that now? Zenge, in-swinger to the back post. It does find a Columbus head, but off target again. Both these teams will certainly be keeping an eye on some of those other matches that will be taking place later tonight and tomorrow. Orlando, Huntsville, and Chattanooga all right in the mix with these teams in the center of the Eastern Conference. CT United a little bit further off the pace, but they'll be the other team in action in the Eastern Conference here today. Pushed out of play. I wonder what the assessments will be at halftime for both of these coaches. Columbus, definitely good moments in the attack, but maybe a little bit less efficiency in the final third than they would like to see. NYCFC 2, meanwhile, have been very clinical. Won a penalty, scored it. A quick throw that was taken in, generated a great tap in for Sebastiano Musu. And it was Musu who won that penalty, so he's been very central to things here for the home side. Here in his 10th appearance, 9 of them being starts in 2026. Suhatsky returns the throw on the far side of the field. Kieran Smith, the backwards pass. Zenge trying to win the ball back. I think a bit of a tug on the jersey, sees the free kick go against him. NYCFC 2 trying to work one quickly, but the flag goes up for offside. Frustration there for Drew Kerr. Thought that he had kept himself onside there on the left wing. 6th start of the year for Drew Kerr. Coming out of Duke, was 3rd team All-ACC as a senior. 67 appearances over the course of his time with Duke. Boosting Kerr, Asito, Suhetsky, all coming straight out. Flax as well, straight out of college. Trying to make involvements here for NYCFC 2. It's out wide again for Kerr. Suhetsky calls for it. It's whipped into the box. Suhetsky went down in the area. No major appeal there. Here's Brown. Bombley receives it in a pocket of space here. Now Adams can turn towards goal. The return pass cut off. Suhetsky. Just catching the ankle of Adonis Campos. Here's Flax. Two minutes plus stoppage time left in this first half. Columbus trying to find a way back into this game, could try and cut that deficit in half. NYCFC, a third goal wouldn't guarantee all 3 points, but but it would put them into a really dominant spot headed into our second half of play. Here's Sam to the end line. Digs across out to central. Pruder gets his hands to it. Here's Rincon now. Slides a pass along. Allows a chance for Zenge to drive it forward. Just a heavy touch. Escapes him there. Had Adams veering off into a wide position as an option. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the foul by Musu. Definitely wouldn't call the match chippy. But maybe developing a bit of that edge to it.
Official on the sideline has indicated there will be 3 minutes added to the first half.
Brown.
El cuarto árbitro ha indicado que se agregarán 3 minutos adicionales
Bombley.
de primer tiempo.
Karamanchi. Now here's Quinton Elliott. Wide for Owen Prestis. Prestis to the end line. Good sliding challenge. We're into 3 minutes of additional time here at the end of the first 45. Rogers under a bit of pressure. A good touch. And Suhetsky and El Hadji Sam both bearing down on him. Looking for Adams, but it breaks for Zenge. Good challenge to cut that off. Ja Loyola pushing it forward. Poor turnover. NYCFC 2 are circling here. Musu out wide to the left. Kerr central for Flax. Rolls it along Molinari. Back for Cooper Flax. Into the box. Good ball in. It was a good header, though, by Rogers to intervene. Gets something onto it and puts it out for a corner kick. The near post, bounces through, corner, goes out. It's a goal kick here for Columbus. Just seconds left. We'll see if they try, maybe engineer one more chance. Goals change games. Could change notes at halftime for both coaches if something can happen late on here for Columbus. Out wide to the right-hand side. Hold it back. It's a bit behind Prestis there. Here's Rincon. Rogers. Ruvalcaba goes out wide. It's Prestis carrying towards the end line here. Poked away from his feet. It's out for a throw, but that's going to be a wrap on our first 45 minutes of action here at Belson Stadium. A penalty in the first 15 minutes Dispatched comfortably by Cooper Flax, opened the scoring for NYCFC 2. Sebastiano Musu getting on the end of a really good move. Able to slide in El Hadji Sam on a long throw. He cut it back centrally. Musu taps it in. A half that saw chances for both teams, but that clinical edge being held by the hosts. After 45 minutes of play, it's NYCFC up by 2-0 on top of Columbus. Coming up in our halftime show, we'll go back to the Northeast for another player pathway success story, plus highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
45 minutes in the books so far in this one. NYCFC 2 goals up in this against Columbus Crew 2. New England homegrown Peyton Miller is another success story in the MLS Next Pro ranks. Let's revisit his story in this feature.
Peyton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Peyton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Peyton Miller. And so right away, I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew as well as others knew this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Peyton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Peyton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything. Because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Peyton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Peyton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then that a little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit, and then that's when the off season hit, and then that's when I really started to like train, and I came back for the preseason and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here. Obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Peyton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play, and I kind of knew before the game that like this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me like, have fun, this is what you love to do, just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. I kind of, as soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away and it was just me and the ball.
For Peyton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. You know, I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Peyton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, here's Miller. Goal. Bobby Wood! Courtesy of the 16-year-old Miller. The Revs to the lead.
Peyton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Peyton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Peyton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, you know, like to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me like, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I kind of just tell them like it takes sacrifice and effort, and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me, and I always tell them like, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Like, I was once where you're at, like don't be afraid.
MLS recently agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro. KKR will invest capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets, with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We'll hear more about this in the coming seasons. 45 minutes down between Columbus Crew 2 and NYCFC 2 at Belson Stadium. It's been a good match so far for the neutral. Chances for both sides, but New York City FC 2 just getting the slight better of things as things stand so far in this one. Here is the upcoming schedule in MLS Next Pro. 2 more games to take place on this Saturday evening. Huntsville just kicking off against CT United, while Ventura County will take on Vancouver Whitecaps 2 in the final match in the Eastern time block, 10 o'clock. That match set to kick. Timbers 2 and Tacoma Defiance, Orlando City B, and Chattanooga FC, our pair of games on Sunday before we get it started again next Friday. Crown Legacy Philly and Toronto taking on Huntsville next weekend. Action stays moving thick and fast in MLS Next Pro. We look at our halftime highlights from this one so far. A good first 45 for both teams, but after a dominant opening spell, it was New York City FC 2 who took control. Zuhetski tussling for this one. Quinton Elliott, just a high boot. It's an unfortunate one there for him, but it was pretty clever, you have to say, from Sebastiano Musu to get there, get in front, win the penalty, and allow Cooper Flax to bury it to make it a 1-0 edge within the first 15 minutes of the game. So Cooper Flax, 2 goals in the season, open to scoring for NYCFC 2 with that penalty. Just places it off that right post. Then this one here allows chances for Columbus. Good bit of interplay, draws a save here from Brennan Klein. Able to deal with that. Nothing major coming in from that instance, but Chase Adams, who for my money was a really good performer for Columbus in that first half, brings down a long ball upfield. Then the second goal would come from a quick throw, just tossed in here. Able to get to the end line. Sam cuts it back, and Musu, who won the penalty, didn't take it himself. He will get the rewards here. Taps that one home to make it a 2-0 edge. Controlling first 45 minutes for NYCFC 2. They let in some chances, and Columbus will try and take those into the break, learn from them, and begin the comeback effort after 45. It's NYC 2, Columbus 0. We'll be back after this break.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Getting ready for our second 45 minutes from Belson Stadium. Jack Edwards here with you. City going to try and continue good things they saw in that first half. Columbus, I think, will draw from the first 10 minutes of the game and the chances they were able to generate when they found Chase Adams and some long passes forward. But just that critical edge has been shown a little bit more consistently by the home side. We'll see how that continues to persist here in this one as the match progresses. Teams flip sides in those all-white home kits are NYCFC 2. They'll attack from right to left in the second half of play. Those all-black kits with the gold lettering from left to right. Columbus Crew 2, the team that entered the day in fourth in the Eastern Conference. Right now find themselves 2 goals down here on the road. This one sprayed forward, early interception by Bombley. Can't slide it along the front line, but he can get to the loose ball. That is out. Some early challenges thrown in each way, and it's Bombley who was whistled for a foul within 20 seconds of restarting play. CT United have an early goal on the road in Huntsville. No edge for them, and Carolina Core did draw a shootout out of Red Bull New York 2, a team that was second bottom up against a team that was second to the top in the East. And a point on the road for Red Bull New York 2. Shootout happening live on OneFootball and MLSNextPro.com if you want to catch that before it concludes. Come back to our action here as the second half is up and running. First half goals for Cooper Flax and Sebastiano Musu. As Columbus look for a reply. Bombley trying to bring it down. Suhetsky towering header. This one lifted over the top. One for Kerr to chase. Here's Drew Kerr facing up with the defense, trying to lift across to the back post. Some trying to play it back centrally for Suhetsky. Couldn't quite get it past the defender. Adams, a drop of the shoulder. Able to get round his defender. Chase Adams driving towards goal. Onto his right foot and draws a save from Brennan Klein. Diving to his left-hand side. Chase Adams in a foot race there was able to open the angle. There may have been a bit of question there when he tugged the shoulder of Loyola. Maybe Loyola tugged him back. Referee let both players be a little physical, and it ends in a shot on target. Saved by Brennan Klein. In-swinger to the back post. Important header. Adams puts it back in the mix, but in doing so went to the back of his opposing center forward, Sebastiano Musu. Knocked down by Chase Adams. It's going to be a free kick for NYCFC 2. Musu was brought down. Cooper Flax asked why there was no yellow card, perhaps for booting the ball away after the foul went, but the referee, a little lenience there. No numbers really going forward here for New York City FC 2 to try and make this a set piece chance. Flax to the side. Prestis brings this one back. Flax keeps it in play. Bombley wins it. He's not quite able to get the right passing going when they win the ball back. This one spins to Bombley, but the flag will go up. He was coming back to an offside position. So a free kick for NYCFC 2. Long ball forward, looking for the run of Kerr. Prestis. Bombley. Trying to link up with Zengay there, but that's what we've seen so far in this match. Just some small breakdowns for Columbus in the final third. Here comes Kerr the other direction. Prestis back for Elliott, lifts it forward for Bombley. Turns his defender. Good work on this near side from Kevin Bombley. Able to work a free kick really out of nothing major. Here's Kerr driving upfield for NYCFC 2. Rolls it to the right-hand side. Saw him the strike just off target. Bruder diving, didn't get a touch to it. Almost drawing the goalkeeper into action there. Just slid along by Kerr. Haji Sam, one touch out of his feet. Rolled for Bombley. Gets to the end line. Bombley cutting one back. Just can't get to Zengay. Flipped pass over the top, little overhit. There's Brendan Klein. We have seen more of Columbus. Of course, the impetus is on them to get back into this game. New York City would probably be content with possession. The match not getting too stretched. Trying to enhance their odds of making it 3 consecutive wins. Slight bump in the back. Referee content to let play continue. Great first touch there. Musu knew exactly where his teammate was. Flax holds off one and slides it to the side. Referee play continue here. Strong challenge from behind. That's a clearance. And an unorthodox way to win a corner kick. We saw a number of corners from this half as Columbus racked them up in the first 45 minutes. They had 10 corners so far in this one. 9 in the first half alone. This is the first corner now, second half. Only the third corner overall for NYCFC 2. In-swinger whipped in, header flicked along at the back post. That one almost hitting the back of a Columbus Crew player. In the end, cleared away. Sam trying to keep it in play at the end line, has lost his footing. Advantage being played as Rincon carries forward. Nicholas Rincon, Bombley drops a shoulder, trying to use his speed here. Keeps it in play. Good sliding challenge. Kieran Smith, for a moment there, might have been beaten with pace, but stayed with it, dives in and clears it. Adams trying the return pass, hits it a little bit out of play. We'll see it again here. Bombly trying to get there. Great tackle from Kieran Smith, always in control. 23-year-old dove in. Columbus wanted a free kick, won't get it. Sam rolls it forward. That's the run coming forward from deep. Suhetsky. Prestis wins it back, but it spins kindly for Kevin Bombly. Prestis will continue his run forward, as Adams as well. Bombly rolls it along. Prestis return pass centrally, cleared away. Important intervention. The flag, though, does go up for offside. Adams was in an offside position, challenging for it. Would not have counted if he was able to latch on to the pass from Prestis. Good move, really. To win it back and drive it forward, but I think you could see there Adams just making his run a little too soon. Good defensive work by the NYCFC 2 back line to step up a bit, tighten the space they had to work with. Adams, throw into the box. It's a good one. Zenge trying to poke it centrally, trying to mirror how NYCFC 2 picked up their second goal of this game. Brown lifts across in, the header just off from Bombly. Had to tilt his head back too far to make serious contact onto it. Second look here. Good work from Tristan Brown to find an angle to put a cross in. It's one of those cliches, 2-0 the most dangerous lead in the sport. There is to be another goal in this one, certainly no guarantee. Defensively, NYCFC 2 have looked quite good at times. There is going to be another goal. The next one is so important. 3-0 versus 2-1 are just completely different sports almost. Sam just can't quite keep it in play. It's out for a throw. Dallas Campos will step forward and take this throw. Before that can take place, we've got a sub for CFC 2. Making a change up front. Sebastiano Musu has the goal that doubled the edge. Has a more comfortable feel around this one for the home side here at Belson Stadium. Enric Vatsum, a 17-year-old forward, will be coming on in his place. First change of the game for either side. Maybe that Musu took too long to get off the field, so Vatum isn't quite out in the field of play yet here for NYCFC 2. Trying to clear it upfield, takes a deflection, spins out of play for a throw. There, it's a foul going against NYCFC 2 just on Vatum coming in. It's based on the timed sub rule for Major League Soccer and MLS Next Pro. If a player takes more than 10 seconds to come off the field, the replacement has to wait 60 seconds before coming on. So Vatum, you can see, is still with the fourth official waiting to come into the contest. All about wide for Prestis. Here's Prestis to the end line, trying to cross one in. It's blocked. It spins out. Corner now for Columbus. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. John's University, the official undergraduate partner of New York City FC 2. The corner to defend here at the home of St. John's. Whipped in towards that near post. Header goes up. This one flicked along. Both teams want it. It's going to stay on this end. A corner for Columbus, far side of the pitch. Rolled short this time round. Rincon returns it. Lifted towards that back post, nodded in. Columbus have pulled one back. Chris Rogers leaves the celebrations. 2-1, New York City FC 2 is still on top, but halfway there for the comeback effort. Let's see it again. Rincon lifts it into the box. Both Rogers and Bombley were over it. We'll see where it's officially given. It's a big goal. In the landscape of this one, they've cut the deficit in half.
Columbus goal scored in the 62nd minute by number
Chris
55,
Rogers is
Rogers.
being given this one. First goal of the season for Chris Rogers. The center back coming forward on the set piece to nod at home. 1 goal, 1 assist in 2025 and 26 appearances. In 2024, had 1 goal and 2 assists in 27 appearances. So just a 3rd goal all time. MLS Next Pro. Coming out of the academy to big effect. Featured in 2023, had 12 appearances. So he's got a lot of experience at this level. Now 20 years of age, Chris Rogers. 9th start of 2026. First goal of the year. Adams. Fired forward. Cleared away by Loyola. No nonsense clearance upfield. It turns into a good ball. A really dangerous ball. Big time touch. Sliding challenge. Able to intervene. It's rolled along. Here's Prestis. Prestis wide for Bombley. Bombley back to Prestis. Holds off a few, but it's poked away from his feet. Elliott. Quinton Elliott dancing with the ball here. Bombley. Drive at the back line, goes down, thinks he's fouled. Referee is going to say, yes, it is a free kick in a dangerous shooting position. Here for Columbus Crew, too. Bombley driving at the defense. And it's just a outstretched leg from Cameron Acito. Brings down Bombley. This is a dangerous free kick position. Two stand over this one. Zenge will offer a right-footed bit of service. Nicholas Rincon on the left. Rogers scored the first goal just 3 minutes ago. Zenge whips it in, bounces through, pawed off the goal line. Incredible work there by Brennan Klein. Zenge whipping it in dangerously. It hit maybe just an unknowing thigh, went towards goal, but Brennan Klein stooping low. Big time stop. In swinger. Drops in right on the doorstep, and it bounces over. It's going to be a goal kick here. A pair of really good chances for Columbus to find the equalizer. That one bounces over the frame. This portion of the match is brought to you by Adidas, the official kit supplier for New York City FC 2. See it flared forward. Prestes intercepts, slides it through. Adams trying to bounce through. Just good defensive work to seal him off. Not an easy task. A drop of the shoulder. It's lifted into the box. The header there could have gone anywhere from Masito. It goes into the hands of Brennan Klein. We saw Pruder make a big-time stop into that top left corner in the first half. Klein's turn to make a big save on that half of the field. Suhetsky just pushing the back there on Quinton Elliott. Two players who were Big Ten rivals in 2024, final collegiate season for Quinton Elliott at Indiana University. Suhetsky, last 2 years of his collegiate career at Northwestern, 2024 and 2025. Second team All Big Ten as a senior, final year. His first 2 years spent at Maryland. We see the Big Ten rivals playing their number of ACC grads playing for NYCFC, teammates in Cameron Asito and Drew Kerr at Duke for several years. Both had good final years, all ACC selections. Also Cooper Flax was a second team All-American, first team All-ACC at Wake Forest. Guys that played against each other a lot in their collegiate careers from 2022 to 2025. It's Kerr playing one over the top, takes a kind deflection. Sam trying to work his way forward with this one. Just good defensive work by Cesar Ruvalcaba in his fourth start of the season. Ruvalcaba able to avoid Sam getting in one-on-one. Fourth appearance in Next Pro for Ruvalcaba. Played more in Major League Soccer than in Next Pro last year. Had 4 appearances, 1 goal in Next Pro, 14 appearances in Major League Soccer for Columbus Crew. This year has been on the bench for a large majority of 2026 at the MLS level, but only 3 starts before today. This a 4th for Ruvalcaba. Good clearance there, able to make things difficult right at that end line, and it's out for a NYCFC goal kick. Good strength from Kerr. Lifts it along the defense, looking for Suhetsky. Pruder able to get a hand to it. Suhetsky pokes it away. I think the referee saying that Pruder had a hand on it, so it's going to be a foul against the forward for New York City. Pruder goes long on this free kick. Adams ahead to it. Prestes trying to fire one through the lines. Bump in the back. That's going to be a free kick here for New York City FC 2 here in the 70th minute. This portion of the match is brought to you by Etihad Airways, the official airline partner of New York City FC 2. was a bit of a pull of the jersey. Referee was letting play continue for a moment, but it will be a free kick on the far touchline. Brent Adugiamfi will be coming into the match. And Owen Prestis to make way. That'll be the first change to be made in just a moment by Columbus Crew 2. Elliott to the side. Adams, his pass cut out. Prestis, who will be coming off in a moment. Elliott. Shahetsky. Foul from behind. It's going to be a foul and a yellow card here. Going for Tarun Karumachi. First card of the game for either side. Actually, might have been going against Ruvalcaba there.
Columbus substitution in the 72nd minute. Coming on is number 42, Brent Adugiamfi, replacing number 50, Taryn Karamanchi.
There is that change. Adugiamfi on in place of Owen Prestis. In that right wing back position. They're comfortable with him in that spot.
Correction on the Columbus sub. Number 42, Brent Adugiamfi, is replacing number 45, Owen Prestis. El cambio de Columbus, entra el número 42, Brent Adugiamfi, por el número 45, Owen Prestis.
This one spins kindly. El Haji Sam, his touch though a bit behind him. Pirouette there. Evades one challenge. Floated forward looking for Bombley. It's cut out. Good work by Zdenge, able to win the foul.
A yellow card was issued in the 72nd minute to Columbus's number 12, Cesar Rubalcaba. Tarjeta amarilla en el minuto 72 para el número 12 de Columbus, Cesar Rubalcaba.
Adams thought about the first time effort. Bombley on the turn. Slices it wide, but it took a deflection, so a corner comes for Columbus. They've had so many in this match. Haven't quite been able to make them work at the level they would have wanted. Confirmation that yellow card that Ruvalcaba received a little bit earlier. There's going to be a swap and taker. Will there be? Well, Haji Sam was down off the ball. The referee's making sure that he's all right to continue before taking this corner, and it did allow a chance for a meeting of the minds for Columbus Crew 2 before Zenge will take this corner. He scored from a short corner routine. And Cone retreats. This one whipped into the box. The header pushed away. El Haji Sam. Touch out in front of him. Allows a teammate to run onto it. It's Fatum. Taking off his foot. Referee was playing advantage. Will pull it back for a free kick.
A yellow card has been issued in the 76th minute to Columbus's number 47, Quentin Elliott. Tarjeta amarilla en el minuto 76 para el número 47
Left-footed
de Columbus,
service,
Quentin Elliott.
strong header away. Zenge looking for Bombley. He can't quite get to it. This one spins for Rincon. He was able to intercept. Quentin Elliott was given a yellow card for his role in that one. Ado Giamfi. Gonna whip across into the box. It's blocked, pushed away. Arumanchi. This one lifted in. More of a shot than a cross there from Ado Giamfi. Might count there for Brendan Klein on his first start of the season for his save count. Back heel for Adams. Leaves it. Ado Giamfi now. Ado Giamfi opens an angle. Where's it going to fall in the box? Back for Ado Giamfi. Karumanchi keeps it. Elliott. Back to Karumanchi. They want offside. They won't get it. Fires it across. Important block. Loose ball retrieved. Rogers. Ado Giamfi. Whips one in. Numbers committed forward for Columbus. Numbers back to defend them for NYCFC 2. Elliott. Rincon diving in, good challenge, winning enough of the ball. Alhaji Sam trying to run in transition. Vatum, ball hopping up and hitting his hand. Will result in a free kick. Was trying to press and win that back, but just you could see used a bit of the hand to try and ensure the clearance wouldn't be successful. Elliott. Clipped ball over the top for Ado Giamfi. Able to run it down. Ado Giamfi, the cross to the back post. Bounces through. Attacking it there. Looked to be Bombley. Whipped into the box. Bounces through. Klein has to go up and get it. He spills it. And right on the doorstep, it's swept home. A nightmare there for Brennan Klein. And Columbus have found their equalizer in unorthodox fashion. Whipped into the box. Big deflection up. It looks like it might be credited as an own goal on Klein. Bombley was there. Took the brunt of the post, enough so the referee had to readjust it. But Columbus have found an equalizer. It's 2-2.
Columbus goal for an own goal in the 79th minute. Autogol en el minuto 79. Columbus substitution happening in the 80th minute, coming on as number 40, Johan Chirinos, replacing number 30.
Nicholas Rincon makes way for Johan Chirinos.
Entra con el número 40, Johan Chirinos, por el número 30, Nicolás Rincon.
Might be given as a Bombley goal. He's leaping for this one. Trying to get enough onto it. It's swept out wide for Tristan Brown. This match is all even again. We're poised for a shootout. The next 10 minutes can't decide a winner, but Columbus have rode some momentum and have drawn the match even again. Here's Quentin Elliott. To the side. Karumanchi. That'll be a push from behind. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card produced here. Tristan Brown cautioned for that foul in transition. What is the response now for NYCFC 2? How do they bounce back from conceding 2 in the second half to lose their lead? It might be given as a goal for Kevin Bombley.
Number 40, Johan Chirinos. Tarjeta amarilla para Columbus, el número 40, Johan Chirinos, en el minuto 81.
Confirmation that yellow card on Tristan Brown. As the home side try and bounce back. Back building from the back. Here's Kieran Smith. Clipped over the top. One for Bombley to chase. Kevin Bombley brings it down, rolls it along. Here's Chase Adams. Hits the crossbar. Head in his hands, had Brennan Klein rooted. Almost completed the comeback for Columbus, but rattles the crossbar trying to place that one into the top right corner. Now Sam can play one forward looking for Vatum. Vatum, big touch forward, a challenge from behind, out for a corner. No, out for a goal kick. It's kicked off Vatum last. Here's Bombley again, playing it along for Adams. So close, so close. There's a little too much lift on that one. There's a player down for NYCFC 2. No burden upon Columbus to stop play. It's slipped forward looking for Zenge. Challenge there, both teams want it. Looks like it's going to be out for a corner here. It will be indeed a corner for Columbus. Before that, a player down for NYCFC 2. I think it's El Hadji Sam just dealing with a bit of cramp. Sam just getting a bit of treatment here. You can see Lucas DePino is preparing to come into the game, so some subs will come into the contest. Haji Sam, who we've seen be very threatening in this one, picked up an assist. He's been cramping in the last few moments. So Lucas DePino will come on in his place. Also see Adonis Campos make way. Dylan Randazzo to come on in his place.
Replacing number 82, Adonis Campos. Coming on is also number 92, Luca De Pino, replacing number 93, El Hadji Sam. Dos cambios de New York City en el minuto 85, entró con el número 59, Dylan Randazzo por el número 82, Adonis Campos. Y también entró el número 92, Luca De Pino por el número 93, El Hadji Sam.
DePino is preparing to come into the match. I think it's just a question of when he's going to be allowed to come into the contest. Sam is helped off there. It will be a chance for DePino to come into the game. So a corner on the far side of the field for Columbus after these changes made by NYCFC 2. And in-swinger comes from Zenge. Pushed out of the 18 from distance, the shot off target, and it's out for a goal kick. Forward for Bombley. Bombley to the side. Zengay one further. Shot blocked there. Adams trying to get one out of his feet. And in the end, tugging the shoulder of João Loyola. It's a free kick right at the corner flag. Throw in now, Columbus. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. We'll see if one team can declare themselves an outright winner or if we're poised for a penalty shootout. There was a draw between Carolina and Red Bull New York in the match just before this one. MLS Next Pro. Red Bull New York won the shootout in that instance. Their Hudson River Derby rivals trying to avoid going to a shootout as well, trying to perhaps win it themselves. They were up by 2 at halftime. Only to see 2 second-half goals, one by Chris Rogers and one that's tentatively being given to Kevin Bombley. Help swing things back in the direction of Columbus. But it all hangs in the balance as Kieran Smith receives this one. He wants a handball, and he'll get it. Hit the hands of Adu Giamfi. Slipped into the box, takes a kind deflection. Kerr trying to keep that one alive with the back heel, just couldn't get his feet sorted properly. Adu Giamfi whips it into the box. Stooping header, stopped point blank by Brennan Klein. A massive save there by the New York City goalkeeper. A slip here. It's taken over, slipped along for Chase Adams in the box. He goes down. And it's a penalty in the 90th minute. Adams gets onto this one. Loyola dove in to try and win it. But Adams, just that extra touch, able to win the chance from the spot. Adams retrieves it. He won the penalty. Been a good center forward performance from him, but it hasn't had a goal to his name. He stands over this one with Zengay. Other options alongside him. We'll see who ends up taking this penalty. Adams was brought down. Hand this one over here for Johan Chirinos. Chirinos in his 12th appearance for Columbus Crew 2. A chance for his first for his new side. Chirinos to break the deadlock. Buries it. Columbus complete the comeback. From 2 down, they're up 3-2 on the road. And Johan Chirinos off the bench has his first goal for Columbus Crew 2. Chase Adams selflessly ceding penalty duties to Chirinos. Places it in that bottom right corner. Even if Klein gets the right way, no guarantee he would have saved it. Have Columbus won it, avoided a shootout with a penalty themselves.
Number 97, David Duque, replacing number 71, Peter Molinari. Cambio de New York City en el minuto 92, entra con el número 97, David Duque, por el número 71, Peter Molinari.
Entering into 5 minutes of additional time with the taking of that penalty. David Duque coming into the game, making away Peter Molinari. Cross whipped into the box. Flax trying to make something happen, lifting a cross in. We're halfway through the minimum amount of additional time, but we might get another minute on top of the 5. Adams on the press, trying to make things difficult here. Loyola, who conceded the penalty, carries it into this right channel, lifts a cross in all the way over everybody's head. Big touch there, trying to keep the attack going, just enough done by Quinton Elliott. Bombley. Adams, who's popping up everywhere in these final moments. Big performance from him. Now Zengay. Zengay trying to hold off Loyola. And that corner flag goes down. It's just off of Zengay. It's out for a goal kick. For a throw, rather. There was a bit of confusion there where that one was going to be taken from. Flax trying to clear up field, stooping header, nods it back forward. Adams for Bombley. There's no one there centrally. Just turned and played it instinctively, but then realized there was no one there to fill that run. Numbers are back right now for Columbus defensively. Here's Kerr. Strong challenge put in. Of Columbus, still with NYCFC 2. Big time intervention by Adu Giamfi. That was a dangerous ball in. NYCFC 2 trying to roll the dice one more time. Crossed in, Chirinos pushes it away. Floats out, it's a throw now. We've had the 5. Additional on additional, big sliding challenge. That's going to be a foul. Just outside the 18-yard box. Tyrone Karamanchi thought it was a clean challenge. Referee disagreed. Let's see it again. It was a strong challenge put in by Karamanchi. Got a bit of the ball, but the referee says not enough. It's unclear how much more we'll have on top beyond this. Here is the challenge from Karamanchi. May have been a foul there. Everybody's forward. Brennan Klein is forward. Everybody packing into the 18-yard box here for NYCFC 2. Everybody forward for this one. Free kick service whipped in. Stooping header goes up. Pushed away. Kerr trying to steer it for a cross. It's booted upfield. Klein will sprint back to retrieve. Klein drawn into a challenge there. Big time intervention. Blast off Columbus. Out for a throw for NYCFC 2. Still we wait for the full-time whistle. Launched upfield. Columbus want full-time. They've got numbers committed forward to try and seal this one. The full-time whistle goes. Columbus, a 2-goal comeback to pick up all 3 points. Pair of first-half goals for NYCFC canceled out by 3 in the second half. Rogers, Bombley, and Chirinos from the penalty spot. After Flax scored alongside Musu for New York City FC, not enough as the roadside storm back and pick up all 3 points. What a match we were treated to here. In the end, it was a back and forth affair.
Thank you for joining us. Please travel home safely tonight.
You wondered what the response was going to be at halftime from Columbus to try and get themselves back into the game, and we saw it with all they showed in the second half. Our man of the match after this 5-goal thriller is going to be Kevin Bombley of Columbus Crew 2. Bombley will probably not win awards for the prettiest goal that he'll ever score in his professional career, but he's given credit for this one. Spilled by Klein, and Bombley just pure hustle to get there first and nod it in. At a bit of personal sacrifice, Bombley, the last one to get onto it, scores the decisive one as Columbus, in the end, take it 3-2 full time. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, Jack Edwards, our final score, Columbus 3, CFC 2.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.